Okay, now we're gonna connect this feet to the other one, because since we end it here at the back of the feet, so I'm gonna make 4 single crochet until it comes to the middle. This is the toe, so I'm gonna crochet until the middle here before I connect to the other feet. So you would need 4 single crochet to reach the middle. Don't forget to add your marker. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've reached the middle. This is the middle of the feet. I'm gonna join it to the other one. Make sure it's in the middle as well. With a single crochet. And continue to do single crochet all around. So here previously we have 16 single crochet, so now we're gonna have 16. Here we did 4, so by the time you come back here you should have 12 single crochet. So 16 and 16 you should have 32 single crochet. So you make sure the toes are pointing to the correct place. By the time you come back here, you connect to the other side, the balance. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6. I have 16 here. And now I should have 12 over this side. So it's gonna look like this. And the this part here, the ending part, I took the tail and I just tie a knot and leave it inside. Okay, it's gonna look like this. You just make sure before you go any further, you just make sure the toes are facing the same space, same part, and it's not like way out. So if you think it's perfect, it's okay, this is the right position, and you can continue. The next 2 rows we're gonna do single crochet all around. So before this it's row 7, or you can call it row 1 for the body, or you can call it row 7 since I continue from the feet. So now for row 8 and 9 you're gonna do single crochet all around. So you should have 32 stitches. Every row you should have 32 stitches. Just single crochet, there's no increase or decrease. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of row 9. Okay, this is how it looked like after 2 rows of single crochet all around. And sometimes I just get lost of words. And just make sure the toes are pointing to the right direction. And one more thing is, when you connect it like this, you're bound to get holes here in between the two legs. So you can either use the tail from your magic ring when you did the when we start the magic ring on both legs. So happen I did not leave much of a yarn. So if you have a long tail here on the magic ring, you can use it to seal this hole here. If not, just like me, I'm gonna get an independent yarn. I'm just gonna seal it before I go any further, because once it's too high, it's kind of difficult to seal it from the inside. So what I do is, this part here, this tail and this tail, I just tie a knot. And you just crisscross it. You just sew it from the inside, crisscross it, and it won't be so noticeable. Oops, sorry. Oh gosh. Okay, it looks like this. You can still see the hole there. So do a few crisscross. And you take a look and see if you think it's still visible, and do a few more. Just crisscross it around. So that the hole is too big and stuffing will not be seen, and stuffing won't come up from the tiny hole. So this is kind of sealed. You can even do some crisscross on the outside, make it look more, because now the lines are going this way. So I'm gonna crisscross it. Now it looks way better. So now at least the hole is sealed. And the tail here, you can just cut the yarn and tie a knot to whichever tail you can find. So it looks like this, and there's normal hole here in between the legs. Now we continue with the next row. Next we're gonna do a decrease. We're going to do an invisible decrease, or we can call it a two together. Just take the front loop and the front loop, Okay, this is a decrease. And after the decrease, you do 14 single crochet. Okay, 14 single crochet, and then you do decrease, and again 14 single crochet. So this row you're gonna have 30 stitches. So now for row 11 we're going to do single crochet all around. So you do single crochet all around. Okay, now for row 12. Row 12, I'm going to do 4 single crochet followed by a decrease, and you do 5 sets of it. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, and you do a decrease, or you can call it a 2 together. So all in 5 sets of this 4 single crochet followed by a decrease, and you should have 25 stitches in this row. So next row, row 13, you're gonna do single crochet all around. Just single crochet all around. You can start to add a bit of a stuffing here, and make sure you push it down to the far end of feet. So now we're gonna do another row of decrease. This is row 14. We're gonna do 3 single crochet. This is 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do a decrease. In my case, it's an invisible decrease. So here all in 5 sets of it, 3 single crochet followed by a decrease. So you should have 20 stitches in this row. So the next row, row 15, we're going to do single crochet all around. Just do single crochet all around. Okay, now for row 16, I'm going to do 2 single crochet before I start to do decrease. And let me add my marker. So this is 1, 2, and decrease. And do about 5 sets of it. Now the next row, row 17, we're going to do single crochet all around. So which means row 16 and row 17, you will have 15 stitches in that 2 row. I mean each row will have 15. So single crochet all around, you're going to have 15 stitches. Okay, now we're going to do an increase. So after this, it's going to be the head. So the head onwards, I'm going to count as row 1. So this is the last row. This is kind of like a neck. So this row 18. So this row, I'm going to do 4 single crochet followed by an increase. One, 2, 3, 4, increase. Sorry, I did a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. Increase means 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. And 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. This is kind of like the neckline, and don't forget to add more stuffing. So now we're going to go to the head. I'm going to count as row 1 of the head. So row 1 of the head, I'm going to do 2 single crochet followed by an increase. This is 1, 2, increase. The previous row you should have 18 stitches all around. This row you're going to have 24 stitches. So this 2 single crochet followed by an increase, you do 6 sets of it. So 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. So it's gonna look like this. Don't forget to add more stuffing. And this one I'm gonna count as my row 1 of the head. So this row you should have 24 stitches. Okay, now we at the row 2 of the head part. So here we're gonna do 3 single crochet followed by an increase. So this is 1, 2, 3, increase. So 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, increase. You should do 6 sets, and by the time you come back here you should have 30 stitches. Okay, now for row 3 of the head we're going to do 4 single crochet and an increase. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and you do an increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. So you have 6 sets of this, and all in you should have 36 stitches. Okay, now row 5 you're gonna do 5 single crochet followed by an increase. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. So by the time you come back here you should have 42 stitches. Okay, now for row 5 until row 12, that is 8 rows of single crochet all around. So you just do single crochet from row 5 until row 12, which is 8 rows, and you will have 42 stitches in each row. Okay, this is the 8 rows of single crochet all around, where you will have 42 stitches in each row. So I've attached the eye. You make sure where are the toes before you attach the eye. So for the eye part, I want it to look oval. So if you just put the eye like this, it does not have that oval effect. So what I did is, you put your needle somewhere here, go across. It's kind of like a one stitch away. And you can see the stitch, it's like 1 stitch away. You just pull and you have an eyebrow kind of, and you put your needle back here and make sure part of the eyelid is hidden under the eye. I have not added the safety lock yet. Once I lock it, this will not run. So one more here, and you just poke it here, and there you have an oval eye. Right, at least now it looks more like Yoda or more like an alien. Okay, I'll lock it nicely and I'll come back with the nose. As for the nose, I think I will do a few stitches here. Wait, let me see. This is optional whether you want a nose or you can just leave it like that. I think it should be around here to here. Okay, that's kind of small nose. Let's try. Let's do a few stitches to make it bump up and see if it looks like a nose. Okay, it does look a bit like a nose. Oops, should not pull too tight, if not it will not bump up. That's a tiny nose. Make sure and do not pull too tight and let it bump up. Okay, now for row 13. Row 13, I'm gonna do 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by a decrease. Decrease means 2 together. Okay, we're gonna do 5 single crochet. I'm gonna add a marker first. Two, 3, 4, 5, and you do a invisible decrease. Front loop and front loop, yarn over 2, yarn over 2. So this is one set, and by the time you come back here, you should have 36 stitches. I'm still at row 13. I forgot to show you this part. I make few stitches here for the nose, about 3 stitches. Then I make 2 here and 2 more here. This one is on a different stitch. This is into the same stitch, this one is into the different stitch, so that it kind of make the Yoda has a sharp nose. And for the lips, I did 1 stitch from here to here and here to the middle, and come back here and goes to the middle, so the mouth becomes like this. So this is one stretch, just from here comes here, and from here go to the middle, you come back here and go back to the middle. So the nose here, just 2 stitch away, 3 round, and this is optional. And the eyes is the previous eyes I've shown. So now near the eye part, I'm still at row 13, where I'm supposed to do 5 single crochet followed by a decrease. So this is 1. So above the nose, I am going to do a puff stitch. So you yarn over. This is 1 single crochet. By right, I should do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decrease. So now I'm gonna do 1 and 2 puff stitch, and then 1, 2. So here you yarn over, you put through, pull, yarn over, pull 1 more, and 1 more, all in 3, and you put through all, you'll get a puff stitch. you chain 1. So this is your puff stitch. Wait. Okay. Then you yarn over again, another puff stitch here. You do this 3 times. And you do single crochet all around. Sorry, single crochet in next 2, and then we're gonna do a invisible decrease. So now the forehead kind of have this bump here. So the number of stitches, you could have 2 more stitch here, so be careful. Later on when we do single crochet, and make sure these 2 make it into 1, count as 1. So this puff stitch make the top of the nose here with a bump. So now I continue with this. Still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just do a decrease. Okay, row 14, I'm gonna start with 2 single crochet. 1, 2, 2 single crochet, and we're gonna do decrease. I'm doing invisible decrease, which means I put through the front loop and a front loop, yarn over 2, and yarn over 2. And the next set, it should be 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by an invisible decrease. There's another set. 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. And now the set that is right above the eye, it's going to be the same thing, but I'm going to work only on the back loop. 1, only on the back loop. 2, 3. Remember here, this is extra, so I skip this. I go to the next one. 4. I skip this because these 2 are supposed to act as 1. And I'm going to do invisible decrease, but this time round, it's not on the front loop, it's on the back loop. Same thing, yarn over the 2 back loop. Oops, put through 2, put through 2. Now why I do that is because I want this line on the forehead. You see this line on the forehead. Yoda has all these lines on the forehead. And to make it as near, as close to the real thing as possible. So now, same thing on the back loop. 1, 2, 3. 3 will do because it's already at the eye. So the 4th one, we're gonna use both loop. And this time round here, I'm using the front loop for the invisible decrease. So there, you're gonna have all this line on the forehead. The line is just above the eye. Okay, now for row 15. Row 15, I'm going to do 3 single crochet followed by a decrease. Before that, row 14, you should have 30 stitches all around. So this row, you should have 24 stitches. This is my 1. Let me add a marker. 2, 3, invisible decrease, 1, 2, 3, decrease, 1, 2, 3, decrease, 1, 2, 3, decrease, and we have come to the front of the eye here. So this set we're going to do only on the back loop. 1, 2, 3, and decrease is also on the back loop. Sorry, it's on the back loop. 1, 2, 3, and it's the invisible decrease, but this time round I can do it on the front loop. And you have this type of lines on the head. Not sure if you can see it now. There. You can have all these lines on the forehead. So once I add stuffing, the eyes will pop up. Now at row 16 of the head, I'm going to do single crochet, just 1 single crochet, and then you do a decrease, invisible decrease, and then the next set you're going to do 2 single crochet followed by a decrease. Again, another set, 2 single crochet, 1, 2, decrease, until you come to the eye part. I'm gonna make the lines. So the first one, I'm not gonna make the line start from the second one. So the second one I'm going to do on the back loop, and the decrease I'm going to do on the back loop as well. yarn over 2, yarn over 2, but it's on the back loop. I'm still on the forehead, so it's going to be back loop. 1, 2, and a decrease. After the decrease, you still have one more stitch left. This stitch we're going to do single crochet like normal on both loops. There you see the lines on the head. Row 16 just now, we should have 18 stitches, and now we are at row 17. Row 17, we're going to do single crochet followed by a decrease. Oh yes, and I add stuffing. Make sure you plumb up the head. Have one of your finger to hold down the stuffing. So we do single crochet. Add a marker. After single crochet, we're gonna do decrease. Single, oops, sorry. Okay, single crochet, decrease. Single crochet, decrease. Another set, single crochet, decrease. So after this single crochet decrease, we come to the lines here. So these last two sets, I'm going to do only on the back loop. Single crochet and decrease using the back loop. This is the last set, same thing. Single crochet on the back loop. And decrease is also on the back loop. So we still have all these lines on the forehead. So this row we should have 12 stitches. Okay, now for row 18, the last row, we're gonna do decrease all around. So I'm not gonna use front loop. I'm not gonna use back loop. It's all gonna be front loop. So you should have about 6 decrease. Oops, I think I missed one. And the last one. So once you have 6 decrease, it will look like this. I'm going to cut the yarn. And use a tapestry needle. I'm gonna sew on all the front loop. And pull. After you pull, you just sew it into, you pull a bit and the head will become flat. So this is the head. Now we're going to go and now we're going to do the rope part. So here you can actually hide your yarn here and there. You make sure, if you want, you can hide these holes by hiding this here, but you make sure you follow the lines. The lines here are not that visible, but at certain angle you can see it's above the eyebrow or the forehead has a lot of lines.